There we go. Perfect. Cold leftover pizza. Breakfast of champions. King of the castle, I have a chair. What's going on, you guys? It's time for another episode of Evan Kale is a Pawn Star. I just got here. It's Thursday morning. It's pretty nice out, so no idea what's gonna walk in if it's the first time watching the show. I work in the gold and silver business. I'm gonna try and educate you about this business, about coins, about gold, about silver. This is an educational program. This is an entertaining program. I have no idea what's gonna walk through that door, so we're gonna make some money, we're gonna learn a couple things, and we're gonna have some fun. I also broke one of our safes yesterday. I pulled this handle and I heard a pin snap, and now the safe is stuck like this, and it's not gonna be easy to fix, and I've called a bunch of specialists and they all say it sounds too difficult even though they're specialists, and God damn it. It gets really stuffy in here, so I insisted about 6 months ago that we have to light candles. We also, this store, I don't really want to show you too much, but we 100% remodeled everything during coronavirus. Like, this was a different store inside. It's less stuffy, and I'm doing this like new kind of deal where I'm trying to keep it hip and modern and bright and fun and get rid of all the taxidermy and... Oh, for God's sakes. Fucking telemarketers. We get so many robocalls and telemarketers, and I don't know how to make it stop, and it drives me crazy. I literally get 10 or 15 a day. I don't think I've covered this yet. This is a Hawaiian dollar. I bought it yesterday. I paid the lady $10. I have one in my personal collection. It's up on my fridge. This one's not in great shape. It's pretty circulated. Like I said, I paid the lady $10. I'll probably sell it for 20. The larger denominations are more rare. I've never seen anything above 5 Hawaiian dollars. So it's stamped Hawaii, because during World War II, the United States was terrified the Japanese were going to invade Hawaii. And that was problematic for a couple reasons, but the most problematic reason, not just the territory loss, but there was a lot of currency on that island, and the government was afraid if the Japanese invaded it, they would get their hands on all the currency and use it against the US war effort, because that currency, they could still spend it elsewhere. So what the United States government did was they sucked up all the currency on the island and they stamped it Hawaii, and that way, if the Japanese ever did invade the island, which obviously they never did, but if they did, the US could just cancel the currency notes and all the money would be worthless. Speaking of World War II, I got something kind of grim to show you. The first thing I saw in this coin yesterday when I bought it was a Kaiser. So I'm looking at this Kaiser, and I'm looking at this like super duper German writing. This kind of font is like a very like known German font, particularly it's like concentration camp font, and I'm about to turn the coin over to the reverse, and I'm thinking, oh God, no, no, no. Ah shit, it's a Nazi coin. So I still bought it. The lady who was selling it to me, it was like in a giant collection that belonged to her late uncle, who this was the only Nazi paraphernalia that he had. He probably just had it because it was silver and old. It's got a hole through it because some Nazi wore it around their neck as a pendant during the war. When Nazi stuff comes in, I don't see it very often, and like if it's not precious metal, I just don't buy it because it's terrible. Usually somebody will be bringing in like a bunch of stuff, and there's Nazi shit mixed in with all the other stuff. And like I don't see like Nazi paraphernalia, like banners or like, you know, old posters or shit like that. It's just coins. It's usually people that don't know anything about coins. They didn't even know they had a Nazi coin. It's like, oh yeah, you got an aluminum Nazi coin. The Nazis made a lot of their coins out of aluminum toward the end of the war because they were getting their asses kicked, and they needed the precious metals that would go into their coins for war resources. So when the stuff comes in, like I try not to judge, and like this lady clearly wasn't a Nazi and like probably didn't even know that she had it. So I bought it from her just not to shame her. And now I can't sell it because I refuse to sell Nazi stuff at all. Like you guys probably remember from episode 4, I had a laundromat good luck token from the 1920s, maybe it was from the 1910s. It had a swastika on it because the swastika, before the Nazis hijacked it, was a very popular symbol. Well, a very old symbol, obviously, but a very popular symbol at the turn of the last century until, you know, World War II. Just a few small items there?
Just a few small items, yeah.
Why don't you set it on the counter here? Nickel, silver, EP. So we still buy, some of the stuff is probably plated. We still buy plated stuff, it's just $1 a pound. You know, when it gets this kind of like rainbowy tarnish, it's plated.
Okay.
This is steel. This is steel. So you got 20 bucks in the plate, the silver plate. It's almost 20 pounds, $1 a pound, and then you have $680 in sterling. So it'd be $700 even.
Okay.
That's good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just need a form of ID. Here's what's going out. Silver necklace, a couple bucks on it, probably paid $1. It's antique New England commercial bank sheets going out. Some pennies, a 2-cent piece, boomer shit, an expensive coin set, and a knife that we consigned. It's not a knife, this is a knife. So we've got some error notes coming in. Let's take a peek at them. So this right here is an error note, and on the back, you guys can see there's a misprint here. And the thing is, with American money, it's supposed to be perfect. So something like this shouldn't even exist. So this is a very rare piece right here. And I don't see a lot of error notes coming in. This is a good shape for what it is.
Then ended up starting to
Usually don't see stuff in this good a shape. So they used to issue fractional currency because with inflation it made sense, or with the price of goods, it made sense to have paper money that was decimal.
These I have, this is, you know, what money looks like when we were kids. So,
Yeah.
You know, you just don't see that.
Now I remember when they added color and that was a controversy.
Yes, that was...
Like 2002 or 3. Oh yeah, Civil War note.
Yeah.
And this right here is a Confederate States of America note, and I've actually never seen one in this good a shape. We have one for sale here in the store, but the back is gone. I've never seen one with the back that's intact.
Border on this side, because they actually used to hand cut these notes.
Oh, I see, yeah, because this was hand cut. You can see right in here where the next note was. I bet the guy cutting it was drunk. We're losing.
Well, that's almost one way that they validate them, is that they're not
Perfect.
They're not perfect. Yeah, those I actually bought here.
This is a 2-cent piece from 1864. The back's a little worn down, but usually coins have a face, a human being on them. So when there's an object, it's a little hard to tell what's the heads and what's the tails. Oh, this is really nice. This is an 1875 20-cent piece. 1859 half dollar.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
This one's from 1833. Way better shape than I usually see on stuff that old.
I do have some stuff in here that I bought from you, actually. No, this is their post-decimal. This is when they just switched from pre-decimal to decimal currency. And now they use polymer, which is this here.
I love the colors. It's
Yeah.
very tasteful the way it's done.
Much better than ours. Oh, and it has a bicentennial quarter on the back. That's really funny. I wonder why you would do that.
Oh, it's a magician's coin? That's what that's called.
Oh, okay.
I have a, here I'll show you. I think we talked about this already, but this is a magician's coin. So the head is Lincoln. The tail is the Mercury dime. It's 2 coins fused together. It's a novelty item. They were popular in the 30s and 40s. Yeah, you can see on the rim here, the dime didn't quite fit in the penny. Right. But it was close enough.
Yeah, they probably had to do some chopping there. You have this here, second in. I think this is a sovereign from the UK. I don't know what the weight on it is, so I was hoping you knew that. Oh, you have a scale there. And
Find out. 0.28 ounces or 8 grams. Yeah, it'd be 480.
What is gold at today? 1950?
1957 last I checked.
I see. Well, thank you for showing those to me.
Yeah, thank you for showing that to me. I
Yeah,
really
I
appreciate
appreciate
that. Do you have my card?
I do not.
It's my name.
Cool. Thank you.
I'll see you around.
Have a nice day, guys.
All right, so let's see here. This looks like it should be silver. Oh boy, my fingernails are dirty. Yeah, I mean, if the gemstones aren't real, it's not real. Yeah, we had more animal heads. I took them down because they're freaking me out. Like, we had like a wall of shame here, just like judging me all day. Like, I can't look at this anymore. All right, I can get you $40 for this stuff.
Okay.
Sounds good. I just need a form of ID. It's a relatively small deal. I'll show you. 1.4 ounces of silver. This whole pile is costume, and then this tiny little thing is 10 karat gold. $40 for all this stuff. That'll get 15 or 20 on eBay. This melts at about 30. And this is like 10 bucks, so like a 15, 20, maybe $30 profit at most, but a profit's a profit. So this is my costume bag. I just added their stuff into it, and I'm gonna just keep accumulating a bag. When it gets really big, I'm gonna just sell the whole lot on eBay for, I don't know, triple, quadruple what I paid. I'll put up an obscene price, and I'll just have a buy it now, and somebody can offer me a price, and like I know how much money roughly I got into it, so I know it's profitable. So this bag is continuing to accumulate. But let's talk a little bit about jewelry. So I've been getting the question in my comments, how do I know if jewelry is real? Well, in the United States, by law, jewelry has to be stamped. stamped. So really, if I don't see a stamp, I really don't want to buy it. The only time that really changes is when there's Indian or Chinese gold, like gold rings, stuff like that. Their government doesn't make them do stamps, and it's usually, especially when it's like Indian gold, it's usually 20 plus carat. It's usually like 22 carat. Most of the American stuff I see is 14 carat. In fact, I almost never see 22 carat stuff. What does a carat mean? A carat is the purity. So it's out of 24. So if you have 14 out of 24 carat, that's 0.585 or 58.5% pure. Obviously 22 carat is gonna be way higher. It's gonna be more expensive. So when I see something that's 22 or 24 carat, I'm immediately suspect of it because most of the stuff I encounter isn't 22 or 24. And that's gonna make it the most expensive caliber of gold. So let's look at some examples and I'll kind of show you what I mean. So I bought this ring a couple weeks ago. It's 14 carats and it's got some weight to it. And I like rings like this because it just prominently says 14 carat right here. There's no riffraff. Sometimes they put it in places that are really hard to see. I can just obviously see it right here. So just a quick acid test and I was ready to buy this ring. This one right here, this lady's ring, is 18 carat. And sometimes what they do, they don't put the carat, they do the purity. So 750 is 18 carat because 18 out of 24 is 75%. Hi.
Hi.
Copy?
Yes, I have some gold.
Okay, let me take a look. Diamond rings.
You know, this might be a dumb question.
Oh, there's no dumb questions.
Okay, good, because I've got like foreign money in my car that I was gonna stop at the bank next to see if it's
Oh,
even
bring it
worth
to me, I'll buy it
something.
from you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know what it's worth or anything.
No, I'll check it out, yeah.
Cool.
Go grab it, bring her in.
Saving me another stop today.
It's like an engagement ring. Hey, 440 bucks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, I just need a form of ID.
Oh my god. A delightful surprise today, let me
Love
tell
it.
ya.
Love hearing that.
That's great. So do you guys take like anything? gold, or is
Coins,
it, like...
world currency, old antique stuff. You know, I'll take a look at any collectible. I want to expand more into collectibles because we don't really do that much right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll be back sooner than later.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank
I'll
you.
see ya.
Have a good day.
You too. Got these old, obsolete German currency notes. I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna just put all these on. These are worthless. She literally just gave me these, so these are going in the costume pile. This one's 14 karat. Kind of a pretty stone. I don't know what kind of a stone that is. These are 10. And I bought this engagement ring for 150. I'm gonna try and get 250 on it. So like this right here is sterling silver because it says 0.925. Sterling silver is 92.5% purity. So if you see any silver jewelry that says 925 on it, that's what it is. Really, if silver's not stamped 925, I stay away from it. It's like everything is stamped. Platinum will say PL. Platinum is usually 85% pure. Palladium will say either PL or PAL. My advice with you, if you come across jewelry, number one, have a testing kit if you're going to garage sales looking for jewelry. That's really the only way to know for sure is if you can do a little acid test. And like, you could go to a sale and do it pretty discreetly. I can't imagine anybody would throw you out or throw a hissy fit for testing. Just make sure you have a cloth to wipe up the acid. That shit burns. And also, I hate to say it, but always be suspicious of jewelry coming out of Asia, particularly China. It gets counterfeited a lot. Most of the counterfeit stuff I see is coming from China. And also, just because something is stamped doesn't mean it's real. I have come across stuff that is stamped and I do the test on it and it turns out that it's not real. There's some factoids on jewelry, carats, and how to tell how many carats are in something or if it's real just by looking at it. Well, it's the end of the day. I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions about this business, put it in the comment section. If you have something you want to see covered on a future episode, also put that in the comment section. Make sure you hit the notifications to get alerts from me and know when I have a new episode out. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter @EvanKale, and I'll see you guys back here for another episode of Evan Kale's a Pawn Star. Later, guys.